Promised you we would get Jamie Carragher's thoughts on that thrilling performance from Manchester United over Manchester City on Saturday lunchtime. Arguably one of United's best performances in recent seasons. What was most impressive about it for you?
I think the energy of Manchester United in the game and almost a back to basics sort of idea about how they went about it. We're going to analyse that on Monday Night Football tonight with Thierry Henry and get into the nuts and bolts of that really. But it did feel like a little bit of a throwback, and I mean that in a complimentary way about how they went about it. Really a lot of talk this week about Manchester United's DNA and what they sort of like and the energy within the stadium, and it was fast, it was energetic, it was counter-attack, and they are the hallmarks of some of the great sides that Michael Carragher actually played in. So it was a brilliant result for them, but there'll be tougher tests to come over the next sort of few months.
Arsenal next.
Yeah, listen, Arsenal,
exactly.
It'll be a different game.
You're the perfect person to ask about Lisandro Martinez's comments that he aimed at Paul Scholes after the match, because Scholes and Nicky Butt had been talking about him and this potential battle, of course, with Erling Haaland in that match on Saturday. But Martinez saying, "Come and say it to me. Come over to my house if you want." And Scholes replying on social media saying, "I'll come round for a cup of tea."
Yeah.
Should he go round for a cup of tea? Should they talk it out?
He should. I mean, I am one to know how this sort of feels.
Yes.
Certainly getting into disputes with players. But what I would say, and I'm sure from Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt's point of view, it's never personal. You know, they're passionate about the club. I'm passionate about Liverpool. But I do think in our job, we give opinions on players and managers. So if someone wants to give an opinion on us, you've got to take it. You know, you can't be one way. Yeah. So listen, I think Paul Scholes made a really good joke about it. Hopefully they'll have a little cup of tea together, shake on it, and move on from there.
And that's it. Right, let's talk about the club you are very passionate about then in Liverpool. 6 draws now in their last 9 Premier League games. What's been, I don't know, maybe most concerning for you? What the issues that we've seen across this run, and does Arne Slot have the answers?
The concerning thing over this run is Liverpool are playing with the handbrake on. Now, I don't think that was the case at the weekend. I think Liverpool played really well, and sometimes you have to accept you don't get the result that you really deserve, which Liverpool did. So I don't think this game in isolation reflects what we've seen over the last couple of months. But the dilemma for every manager in every team, in every league, no matter what you're playing, where you're playing, is balance between attack and defence. Now, the balance wasn't right at the start of the season. It fell too much in the attacking sense, and Liverpool were leaving themselves open at the back. End-to-end games, lots of goals. So Arne Slot has stopped that. He's stopped the defeats, right? But the balance has almost gone too far one way now, where that energy and pace in the team isn't there. So it's a lot slower. The footballers are a lot big pragmatic, if you would like, but he's done that to stop the end-to-end games, to try and make the team stronger defensively. Now he's always got to move this needle a little bit more attacking. And listen, if it was easy, you know, every manager could do it. But that's the conundrum for everybody, getting the balance between attack and defence. And he hasn't been able to get that right all season. It was too far one way at the start of the season. Now it's maybe too far the other way. Maybe Mo Salah will change it when he's back.